actually been thinking lately that I've been going back and forth on this actually. Thinking, what if I just went back to drinking coffee after more than 5 years of not drinking coffee? The reason why I actually stopped drinking coffee is because I stopped eating properly and I started overworking myself, which led up to a very serious burnout. I lost a lot of weight because I wasn't eating properly, and I spent excessive amounts on proper coffee. It was a lot, and I was basically living on coffee. It was like a life support system for me. And that was why I decided to just stop drinking coffee cold turkey during a very, very busy time in my life. The things I do. That was in 2016. I decided that I am going to stop drinking coffee during a time at work, especially where I was working towards this big conference that we have towards the end of the year. I actually did it because that's how I do things. Like at this point, I think I have a good system of, if I want to stop doing something, then I just kind of like stop doing it cold turkey and then I move on with my life. Okay, maybe not that easy. I did have withdrawal symptoms. I did have moments where I wanted to, have a cup or have a sip of someone else's coffee. Like, I think like a week or two later, I was over it. And then I kind of like just moved on with my life and found comfort in tea and water. Well, actually, water's never been much of a problem for me. I drink water like all the time. I'm like a fish in the sea. Coffee, it did become a bit of a problem for me at some point where I couldn't get through the day without at least 10 cups of coffee. That was just a normal day for me, and I just stopped functioning with coffee. It was a very wise decision on my part to stop drinking coffee, but I mean, I feel like at this point, I think I understood why I used coffee as a crutch. Like, I've grown from where I was at that point to where I am right now. There's a lot of stuff that I choose to do differently, like actively choose to do differently to kind of like help me cope with whatever I'm dealing with. There are a lot of systems that I have in place that would actually be okay if I started drinking coffee. Like, I would be able to function properly, because actually the biggest reason why I would like to start drinking coffee again is because of Starbucks. They look like so much fun on TikTok and on YouTube when people are like going for Starbucks runs in the morning, getting their iced coffees. And honestly, like, I like the taste of coffee. I love coffee like so much. I love how it smells. I like the taste of it. I love the atmosphere in coffee shops. I want that vibe again. I want to be able to try out new coffee drinks, and I can't do that right now. But it's not a matter of like me feeling stifled. It's not a barrier as much, because I mean, I could go out and get a Starbucks and drink it and like non-committingly. Wait, is that a word? So I could, and then just kind of like chalk it up to just trying out a new drink or whatever. But I think what stops me from, that action is the fact that I made a commitment to myself to not getting addicted to coffee again, not having to use it as a crutch, not depending on it. So it's that kind of like back and forth that I'm going through. I could actually just go out, try a few coffee drinks, and then not have to label myself as a coffee drinker again. So I think I'm just kind of like trying to figure out what that system looks like to me right now.